Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. My name is Josh Blaylock, and this is the Skype for Business recap. Now, to be fair, as far as the Happy Friday comment, this is actually pre-recorded. I'm recording this on Thursday, so if anything crazy and earth-shattering happens all day Thursday or the first part of Friday, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be covering it here. Why? Because I'm actually going to be on the road starting around noon today, all day the rest of the day, of today, all day tomorrow on a long road trip with 2 little kids and 3 dogs all in the car. It's going to be a good time. But at any rate, with all that craziness and busyness happening, I just will not have the time to record the show in the morning. So I'm recording it early, and we'll be uploading it and then tweeting it out on Friday morning, leaving the hotel that we crash at for the night. So that just a heads up in case like I said, something crazy happens today that everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is the biggest thing to hit Skype for Business since it became Skype for Business, and I miss it somehow. Then I apologize if that happens. I'm not holding my breath that that's going to happen. But at any rate, first things first. Cowboy hat, it's back. I've got it back on. I know some of you were kind of thinking that's really the only reason you watch the show, is really just to see the hat. And last week I tried to help a little bit by leaving the hat hanging in the background while I kept my Plantronics Voyager Focus headset on, because the audio quality was so much better. And this week I don't have to wear the headset, but if you'll notice, my audio is still better, and that is because I finally got my Blue Yeti USB microphone in the mail. So stoked about that. I'd asked a few people out there their opinions, and someone had thrown out the idea about the Blue Yeti, and thank you very much for that. This has been great ever since it got here. I've been kicking the tires a bit in little testing recording sessions, and the audio has been great. I hope it sounds just as good for all of you, especially those of you who listen on the audio only versions of the Skype for Business recap episodes. I hope this thing is delivering as far as a better quality audio experience. Next note, I have not had my coffee this morning. It is a travesty and a darn shame, but that is just the way it is. It's early. We've been trying to get all of the last minute packing and things scrounged up for this road trip, and I still got to make it in to get a radiator hose replaced this morning on the car before we go. And there just has not been time to squeeze in coffee before jumping on this session here, this episode. So if I am tripping over words or sounding a bit off or whatever, more than usual, I should say, then I apologize. It's the coffee. I'm going to blame it on the coffee. The coffee is my crux. So there's that. Please be warned. Thank you for your patience. I honestly don't have a terribly large amount of things to share this week. And it may just be because I haven't had enough time to keep a good pulse on what's going on. In preparation for this trip, as you can imagine, I've been very busy trying to wrap up loose ends at work and make sure we're all covered there. And then I've also been busy trying to prep things within our household and family to make sure we're ready to get on the road and all that's happening. And then yesterday, the nonsense unfolded with the radiator hose that needed to be replaced. And of course, they didn't have the part in stock, so we're hoping that it just made it to the dealership this morning. It's been a busy week with a lot of other personal stuff, so I haven't been able to keep too tight of a pulse. But I did catch a few items that I saw making their rounds through the typical crowd on Twitter this week. So I want to touch on those really quick. We'll go over them. Looking forward throughout the month of December, there are a few more awkwardly scheduled Skype for Business recap episodes. I had realized that, oh crap, December 21st, Christmas, is supposed to be episode number 11. So I probably won't be recording one of these Christmas morning. I may have to do another pre-recording on the 24th and just upload it in the morning for you guys. That'll be my Christmas present for the year. Okay, so then beyond that, I didn't realize that January 1st, New Year's Day, was also going to be another Friday, so another Skype for Business episode, and we'll see about that one. I might deliver something that day. It may be another pre-recorded deal, we'll see what kind of family plans we have going on that day. But at any rate, it's going to be some interesting scheduling stuff coming up. For what did happen this week, first, let's start with the December 8th, Patch Tuesday. Microsoft released a Skype for Business Server 2015 update. Very cool update. The CU is supposed to address, let me pull up Microsoft site here, the issue that is described in KB 3095143. This issue is specifically dealing with Windows 10 users using the new Edge browser not able to join Skype for Business meetings via the web app. Now, you're like, how can this be? Windows 10 is the newest operating system, and Edge is the brand new shiny browser, and Skype for Business is the latest and greatest in UC from Microsoft. How can these three all not work together for a meeting join? It's pretty simple as far as, it's one of the basic features and functionality pieces in Skype for Business. And, well, you know what happens. The product gets released. There's a whole bunch of new things coming out from different teams across Microsoft at the same time. And this one kind of got missed or wasn't able to be thoroughly tested all the way. I don't know what happened there. But at any rate, this update, for those of you that are experiencing it, this update should take care of it. I will include a link in the description of the YouTube video. And if I, for some reason, manage to find an ounce of time to crank out a small blog with the information from this video, I'll put the link there too, but don't hold your breath for that. At any rate, get that installed at your earliest convenience. That's a good thing for those of you that are early adopters with the new OSs and new browsers and all that. So, next up, the NextHop Skype for Business link blog is back. For those of you that had noticed, Exchange, SharePoint, first-class citizens in the Microsoft Office realm have their own blog.technet.com spaces. And the one for Link went away a while back and just hadn't been around for a while. And finally, it is making a reappearance. They have announced that it is launched once again. Not with any new real content or anything at this point, just an announcement that it's launched. And so we need to keep our eyes peeled for new posts and some goodness coming from there. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see who's writing for them and what information they're putting out. So very glad that we got that back in the community. I think Skype for Business has done a lot to help breathe some new growth and life into the overall product, and I think Office 365 and hybrid scenarios are also contributing to that fuel there. So I'm glad we got that resource back. And those were the two real product-related announcements that I had. The third is not so much to deal with Skype for Business or Office 365 itself. It has to do with a competing product that was announced earlier this week from Cisco. It is Cisco Spark, and this is a pretty close direct competitor, I would say, of Office 365. The features and functionality it brings to the table are, I would say, okay, more with Skype for Business Online is the direct competitor there than the whole Office 365 package. But so this is more pertinent to us in this realm. Cisco Spark, you can get a quick look at it and start exploring at www.ciscospark.com. Going to their page, and you scroll down a little bit, they've got a fancy landing page with, very topical little tiny blurbs about what's going on with the product and a couple links for partners, for developers, a link to get the app now. But this is a cloud-based solution. And the things they're bringing to the table are messaging, meetings, and calling. As you can see, these are pretty much the core components of Skype for Business and Skype for Business Online. Always on messaging and file sharing. So there's your IM and file sharing. Meetings, video meetings with screen sharing. Sounds pretty much like being able to do audio video conferencing online with Skype for Business and Skype for Business Online and sharing your desktop. this little blurb doesn't say app sharing or anything like that, so I don't know if it's just screen sharing or if there's more to that. I guess I'll have to dig a little bit deeper later on. And then a piece that's not there yet but coming soon, which just kind of drives the point home that this is competing with Skype for Business and Skype for Business Online specifically. Integrated voice and phone service are coming soon. So brand new announcements from Microsoft on cloud PBX, PSTN calling, PSTN conferencing, all this good voice stuff finally in the cloud. And here comes Cisco Spark saying very soon we'll have some of that stuff too. So why am I talking about Cisco Spark? Am I advocating the product? No, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing here. I mean, I haven't actually kicked the tires. I can't speak intelligently as to the full feature suite. But what I can say is that this is a direct competitor for products that we, when I say we, I say me and probable viewers of the show, products that we support, that we help our customers implement and speak intelligently about. And those same customers are going to start asking and doing their own comparisons. Now that Cisco Spark is out, they're going to start hearing about it and they're going to start trying to compare Office 365, Skype for Business Online to Cisco Spark and seeing what they can get there. Now, clearly, if they're huge adopters of Exchange and SharePoint, any of the other products that come with Office 365, they're going to get a better integration experience and an all-around better package if they go with Office 365. But it would still behoove us to do our due diligence, jump in there, explore the product a bit, and be able to speak intelligently about the differences, what each one brings to the table that the other doesn't, and be able to kind of enlighten our customers. I think that's an important thing. The more we can speak intelligently about what our what the competition offers, as opposed to what the product offers that we are selling and putting out there, the better we look in the end, and the more likely we are to, I think, secure those customers. So check out Cisco Spark, educate yourself, and be ready for those customer conversations. That's all I had today. Before I go, I would like to introduce you to my new friend really quick here. We have the Blue Yeti from Blue Phones. Beautiful, beautiful device. I apologize if lifting it up and pointing it away made my audio cut out there for a sec or anything like that. As you can see, beautiful device. It's bigger than I thought it would be. The thing is kind of giant, but yeah, I'm loving it. It's a great device. Has 4 different modes as far as recording. You can record straight on conversation to the mic. I think that's called Cardio ID. Then there is a setting that records from the front and back. And then there is a kind of an all-around recording setting, a couple of those for more room recording. My dog just barked upstairs as well, so if you heard that, then I guess it picks up quite a bit, even with the unidirectional setting. So, very cool mic. I've really enjoyed the testing so far. I hope the audio has been great for you guys. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me today. Again, no coffee, so I apologize if it was a bit more rambling than usual. It's been a pleasure to put this out again. Next week probably will be an actual Friday deal. If there's family stuff going on, I might have to pre-record as well. But anything that I potentially missed on Thursday, today, or Friday morning, I'll have those in next week's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what you're watching. If I entertain you at all, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're not already following, please follow me on Twitter. I've got plenty of things I throw out there that you may find pertinent if you found anything on this episode pertinent. So, till then, enjoy your weekend, and everybody, if you are getting ready to travel for the holidays, for Christmas, etc., be safe. Just be safe. Be cognizant of your surroundings, and keep a good eye on that family as you're traveling through these big travel hubs throughout the world. So, thank you all, and we'll see you next Friday.